Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Intuitive Ish Mystic Mina. Okay, this is the place where you're going to find a little bit of everything. Okay, I'm talking about healing. I talk about manifesting. I talk about getting to your higher self. I talk about self-awareness. I talk about shadow work. I talk about love. I talk about empaths. I talk whatever is going to get you to where you need to get in your spiritual journey. And you came to the right place. Okay, so I want to talk about today the frequency that's higher than love. All right, so I know a lot of people hear love and everybody says, oh, being love and light. Excuse me, y'all, that's my dog making an appearance. Okay, so I know everyone talks about being in love and light and being loving, but there is a frequency and an energy that's higher than love. No, we'll talk about that tonight. Okay, so I want to talk about just the basics of energy and frequency altogether. Okay, so there's energy in everything. Okay, everything, anything, all the things that you think about, everything that you touch, all the material that has been produced in this world, every action that you take, the music that you listen to, the movies that you watch, the food that you eat, the words that you say, like everything has an energy field in it, and that energy field is usually the frequency. So everything has its own frequency in total, right? So once you understand, once you adhere to or dwell in certain energies, you will be at that level in life, or you'll be in that state of your human experience. Okay, so let's just say you are always angry, right? You're always angry, you're always sad, you're always upset, you always, you're ready to fight, you are confrontational, like you are functioning on the lowest end of the frequency scale. Excuse me, you are functioning on the lowest end of the frequency scale. You are functioning on the lowest end of the energy pole, okay? Because those things do nothing to your human experience. Those things do nothing to your spirit but bring you all the way down. Like those things will not keep you elevated. Those emotions and energies will not keep you protected. They will literally bring you down. Jealousy, envy, anger, like all of that will bring your spirit down, will bring your energy levels down to a point where you are now in a place of being subjective to the things that those lower energy entails, right? In this physical realm. Okay, so now if you adhere to the higher frequency on the higher end, you will then be protected in a way where those higher frequencies will keep you protected. Like if you're happy, if you're loving, if you're understanding, if you're compassionate, like if you have empathy, if you are understanding, if you come from a place of generosity, if you have integrity, like those emotions and those actions and those characteristics have a place to be on the highest end of the on the highest point of the frequency scale. So if you are functioning in the highest end of the frequency scale, what do you think you're going to receive? Like the highest end of abundance, like the highest end of the energy source that you are in, right? Okay, so now let's talk about the frequency. Because I broke all the basics of the energy and frequency down. Okay, let's talk about the frequency that ranks higher than love. Okay, now I was kind of shocked when I learned this, but in all actuality, when you think about what this frequency is and what that energy does to your spirit, it's not surprising that it is higher than the love frequency. Okay, so the frequency that is higher than the love frequency is authenticity, being authentic. Okay, and a lot of people hear authenticity, but I don't think they really understand what being authentic means, because we live in a society in a society has us construct in different views and different perspectives and how you quote unquote should be, or how you should act, or how you should do certain things, and how you should be with this person, or how you should look this way, or how you should buy this material, how you should drive this car, or how you should live in this area. Like, we are so conformed to the things that have been presented us in this lifetime. And a lot of times people will adhere to those things to a T. Like, they'll, they have the perfect job. They done went to the college. They done went to the perfect college. They have the white house and the picket fence. I mean, the white picket fence in the house. They have the kids. They have the dog. They're on the school committee. Like, they're just literally on like every level of tier that you could think of. When people tell you it looks good on paper, they are at right, but they are missing one vital part of themselves, and that is being authentic. Okay, so a lot of people are scared to be authentic because authentic makes you stand out. Like, you will not be uniform. Like, you won't be someone that everyone will basically, you won't be someone that people can you won't be able to be put in the box. Okay. You won't be able to be put in the box because your authenticity is going to stand out. All right. And being authentic, there is a form of courage that you have to have. And a lot of people are scared, okay? Because when you're in your authentic self, when you're in the highest frequency that you can be in, okay, you are displaying who God made you to be. Like, you are displaying everything that makes you, okay? And a lot of people hide themselves because they don't want people to look at them like they're weird, or they don't want people to misconstrue who they are, or they don't want people to know they into those things, because people who are usually into those things are usually weird, and people don't want to look like they're weird, right? So when you're walking in your authentic self, you are walking in your light. Basically, you are walking in a light that God placed within you, and there is no one that can walk your light. There's no one that can be in your light. There's no one that can be in your authenticity because it's yours. It belongs to you. So when you are living in your authentic, excuse me, y'all, because I get tongue tied. Give me a minute, okay? When you are living in your authentic self, you will receive things that belongs to you, because you're not hiding anything. A lot of times in society, like I said, everyone wants to look the same. Everybody's body is the same. Everybody's hair is the same. Everybody features are the same. Everybody wants the same guy. Everybody wants the same girl. And then they wonder why, like, they're getting the same results out of everybody. You're getting the same results out of everything that you do, because there is nothing that you do that stands out and says, "Hi, my name is such and such and I'm here. Hi, my name is such and such and this is me. Hi, my name is such and such and this is what you're going to get." People don't live their life like that. They just live their life like, my name is such and such and I want to look like them. My name is such and such and I want what they have. My name is such and such and I want to do the things that they're doing. Like, you will literally miss what was meant for you. And that's why a lot of people don't feel like they're getting it. They don't feel like they're like, I'm doing everything right and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Why is not clicking? It's not clicking because you're not living in your authentic state. You're not living in your authentic state. You're living in society state. You're living in the conformity, the confirmation that your parents put you in, and the boxes that society placed you in, and the beauty standards that the people like Instagram models put you in. And then you feel You feel insecure within your authentic self. But once you understand that your light and God put your authentic self together for you to be created in your authenticity for you to shine. This world was not meant for us to be all cookie cutter. Okay. And how society is now, like if you ain't cookie cutter, you ain't it. Like if you ain't cookie cutter, you missing it. Like if you ain't doing this, then you ain't on. Like, but no, if you're not living in your own authenticity, then you're not on. If you're not living in your authenticity, you will always be looking for something because you haven't got to the point of self alignment where you are able to align yourself with the things that you want out of life and for it's reflected to your personal self. You will always be looking for something because you're out of alignment. You're out of alignment. And once you're in alignment with your authentic self, the things that's meant for you to receive will be at your doorstep, will be at your door. But if you keep on living your life in the way that society tells you you should be and how you should look and what you should do and how you should act like everyone else and you should have this because I have this and what's wrong with this and don't you want this? But if you look inside of yourself and you say, you know what? Those things are okay for those people. Like I can't, I'm not gonna talk about them, but I don't want that for me. And that's fine. I don't want that for me. I don't want that lifestyle for me. Like that might be okay for them, but I want something different for myself. I wanna be, when I step into the room, I'm there. I want my spirit to shine in the light that God gave me. And that's how you receive all the abundance because literally and when you think about it, you think about the person that's in your life that lived their life authentic when they lived their life in the authentic way. Okay. When you see these people, they're like a ball of fire. And it's not because of, they're just top tier looks or, they have the top tier money and they're living in a top tier state and they're driving the most expensive car. It's literally, they are living in abundance in the light that God gave them. So when they step into the room, you're going to see them. It does not matter if they have jeans on. It does not matter if they fully dressed. It does not matter if they have a suit on, they have a dress on. You're going to notice them and you're going to see them in their light because they are shining within their authenticity. So if you're a person, you always, like for me, for an example, okay, I am an enigma. Okay. I never did anything that was just, well, don't get me wrong, I have dwelled in things that society dwells in, right? But I have not let those things I have not made those things into my personality. Right? Like if I like something, I like something. If I see something, if I hear something that everybody else is doing, but I want to do it in a certain way, or I want to do it the way somebody else may not do it, I'm going to do it the way that I see fit. And I don't have any qualms about it. I don't have any second thoughts about it. I don't have any where are they gonna think about me? How are they gonna see me? I really don't give a shit because this is the life that I live, and this is the things that God put inside of me. And the reason why my brain ticks the way it's supposed to tick is because God made this brain tick the way that it was supposed to tick. Like I'm not gonna be placed in somebody's box of perception because me being my light and my authentic self makes them uncomfortable. Like me being in my light of my being in my true light makes them second guess themselves because they're not secure within their being to even show themselves in that light and have people actually and be in a position in life where people might judge you. That's why I say it takes a lot of courage to live in your authenticity. People might judge you. People are going to see you you're not going to look like everyone else. You're not going to act like everyone else. You're not going to be like everyone else. So by you not being that cookie cutter, you're going to stand out. And a lot of people are afraid to stand out because they don't want to get looked at. They don't want to get pointed at. They, oh, well, did you see them? Oh, well, I thought that was that. Well, I don't know why they did that. Well, did you? Because that's what people do. That is what people do. And usually people who are insecure within themselves do that because I don't care what nobody do. Like if you're not hurting me, if you're not in my circle, if you're not in my life, giving me bad energy, I can give to what you do because it's what you do. And what you do is not going to stop me doing from what I'm doing. It's not going to stop my happiness. It's not going to stop me going where I want to go. It's not going to stop me just shopping the way I want to shop. And even with that, like when I go to the stores, oh yeah, let me get my smoothie, okay? Okay. When I go to the stores, right? You know how certain stores have things on the mannequin, and there are some people that will see this mannequin and they will go get everything that this mannequin has. Like they'll get the hat, the shoes, the shirt, the pants, the belt. They'll get everything that this mannequin has on, right? Now they may look nice, but me, I would never do that. I would never do that because I don't want what I have on to be so like came from somebody else's perspective or perception of beauty. I want whatever I put on to be in my perspective. Like I might get that shirt, but I'm not gonna wear that shirt with those pants. And I might get that hat, but that hat is gonna go with something totally different than what they put it on. And I've always been like that, and I never kind of like broke it down the reason why, but I know why. So I always live on my authentic self. I don't really now. I have suffered back in the day where, oh, I wonder what they're going to think. But I was young, I even though I like certain things that other people didn't like, but I still did it. But in my mind, I was kind of like, oh, well, what they're going to say, or But now, me in my 40s, in my big age, like I would know. I don't care. I don't care what you know. I don't care what you see. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care how you may view me. I This is just me. And if you're not in a space in your life where you're judging me on my outside appearance, or you judge me on how you view me in your perspective, and you don't want to get to know me on a spiritual level, you don't want to get to know me on a God level, you don't want to get to know me on not of what you see me in this physical form, but how you don't want to get to know me because of you're relating my spirit and my soul to this physical vessel instead of my heart and my soul. Like I don't want to get to know your ass either way. Don't mean shit to me. Like because you're judging me and you're judging me and you're basing me off things that are freaking irrelevant. Because once you understand your spirit and your energy and what's in your heart is the things that really matters. I swear, y'all, like we get so now I can't say we get so consumed with material things. So everyone wants something nice. Like, you work hard, you want to get nice things. Like you want to look nice, you want to do all this. But the way that the world is working and the way that the world is worlding, us as a people, okay, we are basing too much on this material shit. Like we really are. We really are. There are some people who, like in your life, I don't care just relationship wise, I don't care just friendship wise. There is people in your life where God places people in your life for a reason, right? They're supposed to be here to teach you something, be here to give you a lesson, be here to be there for you because God in a certain way said, okay, well, I'm gonna send you this person, right? I'm gonna put this person in your life and your world because they got something that you don't have. Like they know things that you don't know. So you need to, I hope you adhere to these people and look into their soul and look into their spirit, and then you realize that, and that they are here for a reason. We don't do that. I I don't I do this. So I'm saying we as people, as humans really don't do that. It's like you look at someone and then you look at what they got on, and then you look at where they live, and then you look at where they are in society realms and norms, and then you totally base their whole soul off that, and you totally base their whole spirit off that, and you totally base their whole love off that. Now you're in the space in your life when you're looking at everything on the material facets, on a material realm, and then you always, while you're in lack, because you're not realizing the shit that you need to realize. You're not paying attention to the things that you need to pay attention to. Like there are some people in life who are like, man, why I don't have any friends, or like, dang, everybody out there, because all your friends, all y'all focused on the same shit. If you gotta look like this, your hair gotta be like this, your body gotta look like this, your butt got to be like this. There are literally girls that have group of friends that they ain't got no butt, they don't really want to hang out with them. But who's going to be down for you? I mean, like, who's going to stand 10 toes for you? Like, who's going to be in integrity or have integrity of your relationship with you? Like, that's who you need to be around. Who's going to cherish you the way that they cherish themselves? That's who you need to be around. And then you wonder why, well, I don't have no friends with people that's cutthroat, because you're not looking in the soul of your people. You're not looking in the spirit of nobody. You're always looking into what they display on the outside. And that's not how it's supposed to go. Or how people be like, oh, I'm not in a relationship and I can't find nobody I want to be with. But the person that was made for you, or the person that can give you what you want, is not in a package that you think it should come in, right? Because granted, everyone has to type. I'm not saying somebody get somebody they're just totally disgusted with because they think they're gonna treat them nice or something, or right? Like, because you feel the way that you feel. I can't get out of that, but you feel the way that you feel. But if you are in a space in your life where you are looking at somebody material contributes and height wise, and you just like, if they not this height, I'm not gonna talk to them. Or they're not, but you're not looking into the spirit of these people. You're not looking to the soul of this person. Or guys like, oh, I can't talk to her. She ain't got no big butt. She got a big butt, and what? Can you trust her? Like, does she have integrity? Like, is she intelligent? Like, is her heart gold? Like, what are you talking about, sir? And then they be like, oh, well, I can't trust them. Yeah, because you're looking at the physical aspects of somebody. You're not even looking in the soul level of people. Okay, so when you get to your authentic self, you are literally in the space in your life where what you see is what you get. Okay, yeah, I'm weird. I might have these quirks. I might look a certain way. I might dress a certain way. My laugh might be obnoxious. Like, you might think I'm too loud, or you might think I'm too this, or I'm too outspoken, or when I go into a room, when I go to the club, or I go to the dance floor and I hear a song, I'm just too much, or whatever it is. You're going to get all that I have, because I'm coming from authentic space. So you can see me and be like, oh, well, yeah, I don't think I want that. And that's fine. That's fine. But I also know, by me being my authentic self and me being in my authentic life, people who are meant to be in my life will be in my life because they see my spirit. They will be in my life because they see my soul. They'll be in my life because my authenticity, they was gravitated by my authenticity, and their authenticity said, oh, okay, like, I see you. Like, oh, yeah, well, like, so what's up? Like, and that's how it's supposed to be. But back to being on the highest frequency and the highest form of yourself, if you're not authentic, you losing out. Like, there are so many people, unhappy people, that people think they should be happy. And I don't know how many times I say this in my videos, and they keep on correlating to the certain things, because I can correlate to everything because you have made the outside, the society, the priority in your life. Like you have said, okay, this person did this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna look like this, I'm gonna look like that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then you make that your whole personality. And so you make things that's not of you, you make things that's not of your spirit, you make things not of your soul, your whole personality. And then that's the only thing that you present yourself with in public. That's the only thing that you present yourself with in relationships. That's the only thing you present yourself in platonic friendships. That's the only thing you present yourself with in romantic relationships. And you wonder why you're not getting what you deserve. You're not getting what you deserve because you are getting what everyone else that's in that frequency, that everyone else is in that energy will receive. You're not getting what God put. Okay, so let's just say you being in your authentic self, right? Let's just say you go to a store. Now, these stores is everywhere. You can find these stores everywhere. So you go inside this store and then you tell yourself, well, everybody wears these clothes. I'm going to wear them too. Everybody got these shoes on. I'm going to wear these shoes too. Now, you have not paid attention to how these shoes hurt your feet. You ain't paid attention to how these clothes make you look. Like you haven't paid attention to how they make you itch, like how uncomfortable they are. Like you have not paid attention to none of those things, right? Only thing you focusing on is not they go to that store. I need to go to that store too. So once you go to that store and then you get out the store and then you realize, hey, everybody got these on, but these hurt my feet. Like everybody wearing this, but I don't like the way this tag is itching me in the back. Like everybody wearing this type of stuff, but this stuff is itchy. Like, oh, and you will literally live your life in an uncomfortable state because it's like, okay, well, I'll be uncomfortable because this is what everybody else is doing. You're not being true to your spirit. You're not being true to yourself. You're not being true to the genuine, to your genuine authentic self. You're not being true to your higher self. And your higher self is where your authenticity resides. Okay. Like I said, a lot of us are functioning on our lowest version of ourselves. And then we get mad at the things that our lower version receives. And we believe that we are unable to get the things that we want out of life because we're stuck in this lower version, in this lower realm. Okay. In this lower frequency, this lower energy, when literally your higher self is screaming at you like, hey, no, fuck that. I'm here. Like you can get what you want. You just have to move from that space. Like you can get the things that you need. You just have to move from that space. You don't belong there. That's your lowest part of yourself. This is the lowest part of energy. You gotta go higher. You got to reach me. You got to go higher. I'm here, but I'm not down there though. And once you get to your higher self and once you get to the authenticity, yes, there are things we all have to work on because like I said, shadow work, when you dwell in shadow work is never ending. Like there will always be something that you have to realize and be like, dang, I didn't even realize that. Like I didn't even pay attention to that throughout your life. It literally, that's all that is. But you have to get to a point where your higher self is saying, okay, well, I'm here to be true to myself. Like I'm here to be true to my spirit. Like I'm here to be true to my soul, no matter what that looks like to other people. No matter how people may understand, no matter how people might misunderstand me, no matter how many times people might talk behind my back, no matter how many times people might look at me funny, no matter how many times people that I know and I love and I cherish will literally talk about me because I'm doing something that they couldn't even imagine doing because they couldn't imagine displaying themselves for everybody to criticize. They couldn't imagine putting themselves on a pedestal to everybody to point at. Like they couldn't imagine that happening in their life. But in the other end, they can't imagine it. But on the one end, they can't imagine it because it's too scary. But on the opposite end, they will never get what they receive. I mean, they will never get the things that belongs to them, because everything has an authentic signature. Like everyone working on walking this realm in this human form, all of us have an authentic signature, and the authentic signature tells us that, okay, your authentic signature is this, and in life you're going to adhere to this. And as soon as you adhere to these things in your life is going to be what you want, and everything you want our life is going to be doing, it's going to be that. But no, we don't do that. We bypass our authentic signature. We bypass our originality. We bypass the things that we really enjoy and we really love in order to appease other people. You're supposed to have empathy in this world, but your main focus on how you feel about yourself, because you have to deal with you. You have to deal with the things that you like. You have to deal with the things that you adhere to. You have to deal with the things that you acquire in life. You have to deal with your thoughts. Like you can go outside and be a perfect picture, but when you go home, you breaking down. Like you have to deal with that. Like you got to deal with being perfect outside, and then you got to deal with you breaking down on the inside when you go inside of your home, when you go inside of your body, when you go inside of your spirit. All those things that encounter in your life, you are the one that have to deal with that. So how I view is, if I'm the one that have to deal with this, if I'm the one that had to process this information, and I'm the one that had to deal with the things that I do in my life and how I do it, I'm going to do it according to my authentic self. If you don't like it, hey, you don't have to deal with it. You don't like it, you don't have to sleep for me. I gotta go to sleep for me. You don't like it, you're not in my conscious. My consciousness is mine. So it may be things that you adhere to, I'm just not gonna do because my conscience is gonna eat me up. But a lot of people will sit in that shit, they will sit in that bullshit of doing what other people want them to do, and their conscience is killing them. That's why people adhere to certain things. That's why people adhere to things that take them out their consciousness, because they can't break that cycle. They can't get out of that loop. They can't. Oh well, I have to appease these people. These people have to look at me a certain way. I have to do these certain things. I have to be in a certain place. I have to do what everybody tell me. I have to do because they said I have to be perfect. I just have to be perfect. I have to be perfect. And now your authentic self is fighting like, no, like I'm not comfortable here. Like I don't like it here. I don't like the way I feel when I'm here. I don't like how my spirit feel when you do those things. Doing those things make me uncomfortable. I can't sleep at night if you keep on doing this to yourself. I'm uncomfortable. Hello, do you hear me? And people will literally drown out the authentic self with just the spirit that God put inside of everybody. Okay. That is God's spirit, and you will drown out God's spirit in order for you to conform to society norms. Okay. So when it comes to the highest frequency that you can be on, is you being authentic to yourself, you being authentic to your being, to your spirit, to your life, to your mind, to your body. People have no idea about the things that we adhere to in our life that not only damage us emotionally, it literally takes a toll on our physical being without even food being involved. Because that's another fight within itself. Because that's another fight within itself, the food. But then you have to digest the things that you are adhering to that has nothing to do with food, but your body is digesting it as such. Like when you're angry, where do you think that anger goes? When you're in a state of jealousy and envy, where do you think that energy goes to? When you're in a state of hate, where do you think that energy goes to? That energy does not just stay at where you think you dropped it off at. Once you understand that your body doesn't know the difference, like your body only adhere to what you place in it, that what you make home for. It does not matter if you figure like you're hating this person for that reason. Your body is digesting the hate. It does not matter if you figure like you're holding this dislike for this other person. Your body is digesting that dislike. It does not matter if you're holding this madness for this other person. Your body is digesting that madness. So when it comes to emotions and energy, I know a lot of people have a hard time dealing with those things and letting stuff go or just letting things be because you figure like you want people to suffer, like you want people to know what they did to you. You want people to understand they can't play with you like that. And I get it because nobody can play with me. But yet and still, I know it's not healthy for me to hold on to things that it's easy for me to let go of certain things. Like even with things that really hurt me, like it takes time. I ain't gonna lie to you, like it takes time. But I know for a fact, I know for sure that those things I have to let go because I can't let that hurt and that pain reside in me because even if I'm holding for even if I'm holding it for another person or I'm holding it towards an event or I'm holding it towards like it's still in me like you're holding it. Your body doesn't know you're holding it for someone else. Like it does not know that you're holding it because they did these things to you. It only knows that this is what's present. This is what you have here. Like I could have like in this cup. It's a smoothie in this cup right now, but let's just say I put some water in this cup. But I tell myself, okay, well, I'm gonna use this water in this cup and I'm gonna water my plants with this water in this cup. It does not remove the water from being in the cup. The water is still in the cup. Okay. Now I'm like, well, you gonna put the water in the cup, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. So you can say, well, I'm using this for this, but this will still stay in the container that you're using, whatever you think you're using it for. Okay. And with emotions, we can't just emotions are not tangible, but they are very present and they are very real. So even if I was to place the water in this cup into a plant, I'm not able to take the jealousy and the hate and the hurt out of my body tangibly and throw it at somebody else and not worry about it again. It's an emotion. It's a thing that I'm feeling. It is something that resides in me. So once you understand things that reside in you, you are unable to get rid of those things unless you don't give energy to those things, unless you tell yourself, wait a minute, these things don't belong here. I can't be the holder of these things. I can't be the bearer of these things. They don't belong here. Yes, they hurt me. Yes, the things they did, but I'm not going to hold on to that emotion because I'm trying to punish them. And they out there living their life. And they don't give a damn what you hold on to. Like what people say, what you eat don't make me shit. Literally. The stuff that you hold on to, the stuff you eating is not going to make them people shit. So by you knowing all that information, what is the purpose of you holding on to it? To hurt yourself? That's a whole nother story. But once you get into your frequency of authenticity, once you get into your frequency, the energy of being authentic and original, You will get what you receive. You will get what you receive. You will get the things that you want to receive. You will get the things that you like. I was waiting on this for so long. All I had to do was show up as myself. Yes. Yes, because there is something that you do and nobody else does. There is something that you do that nobody else does. There is something that you do that people might do, but you do it different. There are some things that people might understand, but you can dwell deeper than the understanding and the comprehension of things that you understand that people don't understand. That makes you different. Understand that your light can come in different ways. Our light just isn't on the physical aspects. Your light can come from your mind. Your light can come from your heart. You might be able to love in a way that other people are unable to love. You might be able to dance a way that other people are unable to dance. You may be able to make people laugh that people are unable to make people laugh. Like there's some form of light of authenticity within yourself that belongs to you that you are ignoring. And as long as you ignore your authentic self, you will never receive the abundance that was designed for you. Because what we want is the abundance that everyone else has. We want that life everyone else has. We want that car that everyone else is driving. We want to look like everyone else. But once you understand that when you look like everyone else, you're going to get everything all these people are receiving. You're not being authentic. You're not being original. Okay? So, well, it's not late here, but it is nighttime. And I'm not going to stay up that late no more. And I am kind of sleepy. So, we'll come back with another video. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next time, but like I said, I have to push things on now because I have shit to say. Okay, I've been quiet for a long time. Okay, it's time for me to talk my shit. All right, so I'm glad that y'all here. I'm glad that you're back, and I'm glad if you're new here, I'm glad that you stayed. Okay, and I'm gonna check y'all later. All right, be good.